In a world overflowing with games, where pixels and polygons flood our every screen, only a few dare to touch something deeper, something human. These are not just games, they are experiences, crafted from heartache, hope, and pure artistry. Each one, a masterpiece of emotion and design, built to challenge your spirit, awaken your curiosity, and maybe even leave a scar on your soul. Also, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more cinematic explorations. At number 10, we reach the Pathless, a world bathed in mist and myth where movement itself becomes prayer. Here you are the hunter, a silent figure gliding through a forgotten land, guided by faith, instinct, and your loyal eagle. No map, no compass, only intuition and the rhythm of motion. This is a game that transforms navigation into poetry. Every arrow you fire keeps your momentum alive, chaining grace to precision, speed to serenity. You don't simply move, you flow. Each leap, each glide feels like a note in a symphony of freedom. The world sprawls endlessly. Ancient temples, lost valleys, sacred plains wrapped in twilight. You cleanse the land not through rage, but through understanding, bringing peace to corrupted gods who've forgotten the light. The bond with your eagle is profound. Not a mechanic, but a relationship. You feel its wings in your heartbeat, its gaze in your silence. Together, you learn to trust, to soar through storms and descend through despair. There's no clutter here, no noise, just the purity of motion, an elegant dance between hunter and horizon. The visuals breathe myth, the music swells like prayer, and the world itself feels alive with memory. In the Pathless, mastery isn't about domination. It's about harmony. You don't conquer the world, you understand it. You listen to its whispers, move with its pulse, and in doing so, rediscover your own rhythm. Each puzzle solved, each god freed, feels like reclaiming something sacred, not just for the world, but for yourself. And when you finally stand atop the highest peak, your eagle soaring beside you, wine singing through your hair, you realize freedom isn't the absence of direction, it's the presence of meaning. The Pathless is motion made divine, a reminder that even in silence, even in uncertainty, beauty endures. A final dance between spirit and sky. Now, descending into the ninth world, we step softly into Animal Well, a place where shadows whisper and silence tells stories louder than words. At first glance, it seems small, a pixelated dream, a tiny labyrinth of platforms and puzzles. But take a step inside, and it grows infinite. Every corridor hides a secret. Every flicker of light hints at something unseen. You wander alone, no guides, no markers, just instinct and curiosity. The air hums with mystery, the walls pulse with hidden life. And somewhere deep within, you begin to realize this isn't a game that explains itself. It invites you to listen. The beauty of Animal Well lies in its restraint. It never shouts, it whispers. And those who choose to hear will uncover layers upon layers of meaning. Each discovery feels intimate, a secret shared between you and the game itself. You learn not through tutorials, but through wonder. Its sound design is immaculate. Footsteps echo in perfect rhythm, creatures rustle unseen, and the faint glow of light feels alive against the darkness. It's eerie, but not hostile. Quiet, but not empty. There's comfort in the solitude and tension in every shadow. Every puzzle solved feels earned, not gifted. You find tools, yes, but never answers. The game trusts your curiosity, rewards your patience, and respects your intelligence. It's as much about the questions as the solutions. And beyond its mystery, there's something communal. This is a world built for discovery, one that players across the globe unravel together, piece by piece, clue by clue. Secrets linger for months, maybe years, like myths waiting to be told. Animal Well doesn't crave your attention. It deserves it. It's a meditation on curiosity itself, a testament to how silence can speak louder than spectacle. So when you finally emerge from its depths, you don't feel victorious. You feel enlightened. As if you've glimpsed something ancient, something alive, something that was always waiting to be found. At number 8, we trade open skies for storms and solitude. Welcome to Pacific Drive. Here, the road is your only friend, your only weapon, and your only home. You drive through a wasteland haunted by anomalies, where the air hums with static and the unknown waits behind every turn. It's eerie, unpredictable, and yet strangely human. You're not a hero here. You're a survivor. Your car isn't just a machine. It's a partner, a lifeline, almost alive. You tune it, repair it, protect it. You talk to it in silence, through every rattle and hum, every flicker of the headlights in the dark. Each journey feels like a gamble between curiosity and catastrophe. The weather shifts without warning. Skies glow in impossible colors, radiation hums beneath the earth, and the horizon always seems to breathe. Every mile is earned. Every return to safety feels like a miracle. The garage becomes your sanctuary, a refuge of flickering light, scattered tools, and the rhythmic comfort of an engine's heartbeat. Here, survival becomes ritual. You learn the language of machines, of storms, of fear. But Pacific Drive isn't just about survival. It's about connection. Between man and metal, between courage and chaos. It captures something rare, the intimacy of being alone, yet never truly lonely. Each drive is an act of defiance against decay, against despair, against the dying world itself. Your headlights cut through fog like hope in darkness. Your tires sing hymns of persistence. It's eerie, yes, but it's also beautiful. A road trip through ruin, charged with emotion and quiet awe. You begin to care not about the destination, but the journey. The next curve, the next sunrise that dares to appear through the haze. In Pacific Drive, survival becomes sacred. Every sound, every spark, every stretch of road tells you, keep going. And when you finally park beneath the bleeding sky, engine cooling in the dark, you'll realize you weren't just driving through the apocalypse. You were feeling it. One heartbeat, 1 mile at a time. Now, sailing into the 7th spot, we reach the radiant world of Chia, a celebration of freedom, music, and the magic of the human spirit. Beneath golden skies and over turquoise seas, you set out as Chia, a young girl with courage as vast as the Pacific itself. This isn't a story about war or conquest. It's a story about wonder, about movement, melody, and the beauty of belonging. You sail between islands that pulse with life, coral reefs glowing beneath the waves, jungles alive with rhythm, and skies painted in hues of warmth and joy. Every inch of this world feels handcrafted with love, inspired by the culture and heart of New Caledonia. The result is a world that feels alive, not because of danger, but because of harmony. Your ukulele becomes your voice, your bridge to the world. Through its strings, you summon wind, waves, and even hearts, turning music into magic. But Chia's greatest gift is the power of transformation. With a spark of spirit, she can become anything. A bird soaring through the sky, a fish gliding beneath the surface, a lantern glowing in the night. Each transformation feels joyful, free, a dance between soul and nature. You don't just play as Chia, you become the world around her. The game celebrates creativity, spontaneity, and childlike curiosity. Every discovery feels playful, yet deeply meaningful. Beneath the vibrant color lies a story of courage and connection, of learning where you come from and who you truly are. It's a tale of community, resilience, and the love that ties us to our roots. Chia isn't about saving the world. It's about feeling it, breathing it, understanding that every leaf, wave, and song carries a heartbeat. It's joy made interactive, a love letter to culture and childhood. And when your sail catches the wind, carrying you toward the horizon, you'll realize something beautiful, that the truest adventures aren't about escaping life, but embracing it. Now gliding gracefully into 6th place, we find Sable, a game that doesn't shout for your attention, but whispers an invitation to wander. No battles, no bosses, no rush. Only the endless desert, 2 suns above, and your heart as compass. You are Sable, a traveler beginning her rite of passage, a pilgrimage through sand and silence. Here, the world is not conquered, it's discovered. You climb forgotten towers that pierce the horizon, explore rusted ships swallowed by dunes, and drift through air on your hover bike, a hum of freedom beneath a painted sky. The cel-shaded art feels alive, like moving through a living illustration. Lines, colors, and shadows blend into serenity. Every frame feels intentional, a postcard from another world. But beneath the beauty lies reflection. Sable asks nothing from you but time and attention. It rewards curiosity, not combat. Peace, not power. It reminds you that exploration doesn't need reward. Sometimes the journey is the meaning. The soundtrack, composed by Japanese Breakfast, is a dream in itself. Tender, nostalgic, luminous. It breathes emotion into every horizon, every pause, every gust of wind. You feel its rhythm not in your ears, but in your chest. There's no enemy to defeat, only understanding to gain. You learn about the remnants of lost civilizations, the stories buried in dust, the connections that define identity. Freedom here is gentle, Not loud or heroic, but thoughtful, quiet, real. In a world of noise, Sable dares to be still. It's a reminder that wonder doesn't always roar. Sometimes it hums softly through the wind, waiting for those who listen. By the time the sun's set on your journey, you realize you haven't just explored a landscape. You've explored yourself. At the fifth position, the gates open to death's door, a world where endings are not finales, but beginnings disguised in shadow. You step into the feathers of a small crow, burdened with an eternal duty to reap the souls that have wandered too long. It sounds simple, but this journey is anything but. What unfolds is a quiet odyssey through sorrow and beauty, humor and heartbreak. The landscapes are painted in melancholy tones, yet they pulse with strange life. Every creature, every foe you face, carries a story, a fragment of loss wrapped in tragedy. And as your blade meets theirs, you don't just fight, you listen. Each battle feels deliberate, like a heartbeat against the silence. The combat is tight, precise, and satisfying. Every dodge, every strike carries weight. You learn to move with purpose, to see the poetry hidden in every moment of struggle. The world itself feels haunted yet hopeful. Crumbling towers whisper secrets, forgotten forests hum with memory. Between the silence and the music, you find something sacred. A meditation on purpose, on perseverance, on what it means to carry on when everything fades. The humor, subtle and sharp, balances the darkness perfectly, reminding you that even death can laugh. Its writing feels human, gentle, wise, never loud, always sincere. Each boss you face isn't just a test of reflex, but of understanding. They aren't villains, they're stories. Echoes of what it means to be mortal. Death's door doesn't overwhelm with spectacle, it moves with elegance. It teaches through its quiet moments that duty and meaning often walk hand in hand, and that courage is found not in conquest, but in continuation. As the credits draw near, you realize this isn't simply a game about death. It's about life. Fragile, fleeting, and utterly beautiful in its impermanence. Even crows can soar toward immortality, if they dare to defy the inevitable. Now drifting quietly into fourth place, we descend beneath the waves, into the hand-sculpted world of Harold Halibut, a city submerged in salt water and silence, a place where time moves slower, where memories feel heavier than the sea itself. Here, you play as Harold, a humble lab assistant in a world built from clay, light, and longing. Every wall, every figure, every flicker of reflection was crafted by hand, frame by frame, giving this underwater utopia a soul all its own. But this isn't a tale of heroes or monsters. It's a story of people. Fragile, flawed, and quietly extraordinary. You wander through hallways humming with history, listening to conversations that feel startlingly human. Every glance, every gesture tells you something unspoken, about dreams that linger, and hope that refuses to drown. You won't find high-octane battles here. Instead, Harold Halibut invites you to breathe, to linger, to listen. It's a game you don't rush through. You inhale it. Its pacing feels intentional, reflective, like watching a dream unfold in slow motion. The craftsmanship is astonishing, each scene glowing with warmth, every imperfection deliberate, each detail humming with care. The world feels lived in, real, imperfect, and that's its greatest strength. Beneath its whimsical art lies a deep melancholy, a meditation on isolation, purpose, and the human need to reach for the stars even when trapped below the ocean. Harold's story is quiet, but it echoes. It speaks about connection, about courage, about how even small acts of kindness can ripple across the deepest depths. In a medium often obsessed with speed and spectacle, Harold Halibut stands apart. It's not about escaping life. It's about feeling it. It's clay brought to consciousness. Cinema molded from compassion. And when the credits roll, you realize this wasn't a game you simply played. It was one you felt. Taking the third spot, we enter the sands of time reborn, Prince of Persia, the Lost Crown. Here, the legend awakens in a new form. Time no longer belongs to princes of old. It bends, it twists, it answers to a new warrior, Sargon. Fast, fierce, and graceful, he moves like wind and strikes like lightning, cutting through destiny itself. This is not a mere revival. It's a reinvention. A Metroidvania where every jump, every slash, every shimmering dash carries precision and power. Each move feels choreographed, deliberate, a dance of blades wrapped in rhythm and control. You don't just fight, you flow. The world of the Lost Crown is a labyrinth of secrets, ancient ruins that breathe, corridors that whisper, puzzles that challenge not just your mind, but your intuition. Every battle becomes a story, every boss a duel between wit and will. And within it all lies the pulse of innovation, a rebirth that honors its roots while carving its own destiny in motion. Sargon's powers over time transform combat into art. You manipulate seconds like threads, weaving past and future into every strike. Moments stretch and fold, reality bends, and victory feels like rewriting fate itself. But what makes the Lost Crown extraordinary isn't only its precision or polish, it's the feeling. The way every movement sings, every animation breathes purpose. It's a ballet of agility and ambition, where platforming becomes poetry and combat becomes conversation. The music, the visuals, the rhythm, all converge into one timeless experience. And when you finally stand atop your triumph, gazing at the crown you've fought to reclaim, you understand this isn't about nostalgia. It's about transcendence, the evolution of a legacy reborn through motion and mastery. Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown doesn't just resurrect a franchise. It redefines it with elegance, energy, and endless grace. A legend renewed for a new era. Now, stepping into the light of destiny, we find Unicorn Overlord, a regal symphony woven from courage, crowns, and the chaos of war. This isn't just a strategy RPG, it's a living tapestry where every frame feels painted by hand, and every battle becomes a story sung in steel and honor. You command heroes across kingdoms torn by tyranny. Each move, each choice carries the weight of leadership, not just in tactics, but in heart. The fields of war glow with artistry. Blades clash in rhythm, banners ripple like poetry, and even defeat feels dignified beneath the game's haunting score. Vanillaware, the masters behind this vision, transform strategy into theater. Here, war feels like a waltz, your units moving as dancers on a stage of fate. Foresight becomes your greatest weapon, courage your only crown. Every victory feels earned, not through luck, but through wisdom. Every loss cuts deep, reminding you that glory always demands a price. And yet, beneath the command and conquest lies something pure, the soul of a world built with love, reverence, and artistry. The music swells, the art mesmerizes, and time itself seems to kneel before the grandeur of your campaign. It's not just about winning, it's about leading, inspiring, enduring. Unicorn Overlord dares to remind us that beauty and battle can coexist. That war, when told with grace, can be poetry in motion. It's a coronation of courage, a saga painted in gold and sorrow. For those who crave challenge laced with heart, this isn't merely a game. It's a legend reborn, a mirror held to valor itself. And when the final crown rests upon your weary brow, you'll understand the truth, that greatness is never given. It must be commanded, one brave decision at a time. At number 1, we begin with Moonscars, a world sculpted from ash, sorrow, and unrelenting beauty. You awaken as Grey Irma, a warrior molded from clay, vengeance, and despair. Every swing of her blade is a cry for truth, every death a verse in a poem written in pain. This isn't a game that asks for mercy. It demands precision, patience, and just a touch of madness. Each battle is a ballet of blades, harsh, haunting, hypnotic. The hand-drawn art bleeds emotion, every stroke a reminder that beauty can bloom even in ruin. As you fight through shattered halls and moonlit horrors, you begin to realize this isn't just about survival. It's about becoming whole through the struggle. Each parry feels like defiance. Each victory, a quiet scream against despair. The moon looms above, bleeding silver light over a broken world that still dares to hope. And through the agony, something changes. You begin to move not with thought, but with instinct. The rhythm of battle merging with the rhythm of your heartbeat. When you finally stand triumphant, battered but unbroken, you understand what Moonscars truly means. That beauty isn't found in perfection. It's carved from pain, sculpted through persistence, and revealed only to those willing to endure. This is a 2D Souls-like forged in artistry and anguish. Not meant to please, but to test. Not meant to entertain, but to awaken. It doesn't just reward your skill, it refines your soul. And when the moonlight fades, what remains is you. Sharpened, scarred, and utterly transformed. And there we have it. 10 extraordinary journeys, each one a masterpiece, carved from emotion, artistry, and courage. These games remind us that beyond pixels and code lies heart. That the truest adventures don't just entertain, they transform. Whether you found solace in the sands, courage in the storm, or peace in the silence, each of these worlds offers something unforgettable. They prove that games can be poetry, that art can be interactive, and that emotion can live inside a controller's pulse. So if any of these spoke to your soul, leave a like, share your favorite, and subscribe for more cinematic explorations into gaming's most beautiful worlds. Until next time, keep exploring, keep feeling, and remember, the best adventures are still waiting to be played.